thing to look at. We haven't officially started yet, so don't be perturbed if you just logged in and you're wondering, why is this guy talking? I thought we started at 10. That's okay. Anyway, learn from me, a real trader. You spend your life spending a lot of time looking at your unrealized P&L. And here's an example of a screen cap from my from one of my interactive brokers accounts with live real money trades. It's just small money trades. Looking at unrealized P&Ls as the first step is one of the more important strategies that you want to take into your trades. And use the charts to scan for entries and exits. But once I'm in a trade, I'm always looking at my unrealized P&L like a hawk, whether I'm going to scale up and add to winning trade, or I'm going to take a small stop for the trades that go against me. And I live and die as a trader off my unrealized P&L column. This one, the unrealized blue, means it's in the money for those of you who aren't interactive brokers customers. Anyway, IB $1 commissions, which is why I've been using them for over a decade. Anyway, unrealized P&L, important to look at. We'll look at that and more in this morning's live webinar broadcast as we get started momentarily. Always good to see someone join. It's a really good, good professional place where we get together. Okay, let's go ahead and get underway. Hello, active traders, and welcome to our Trading Week Ahead episode. This is Ken Calhoun, president of the Online Day Trading University, Swing Trading University, E-mini University. You can see a theme going on here. TradeMastery.com and over 60 other educational websites reaching tens of thousands of active traders worldwide each and every month. It's a real thrill to be here. Thanks so much for joining me this Saturday. As always, all information is for educational or information use only. I'm not making any buy, sell, or hold recommendations, etc. per regulatory requirements. Okay, our quote of the week. I've got two of them. The first one's old school from Play. On that, let's see, where's the link to that? Let's go ahead and post that for you guys. That's with my colleague and I, Peter Bain. And even if you don't trade Forex, you'll still learn a lot that you can apply to stock trading and Forex trading. So really good. Just $7.97 for 2 full days, and they're 2 at least 8-hour days. And we got lots of bonuses and videos on the site and the rest of it. So go take a look at that. Day trading strategy of the week for this week. One of the things I want to continue to give you some tips on is how to make the best use of what you see when I talk to you in the video feed. So we're going to look at that. We're also going to look at other trading strategies as well. So on to this week's charts. Let's get on with it, Ken. One of the first things that I want to mention to you is that the S&P is weaker than the NASDAQ, and that's evident by the chart, right? We're finding support at the 50 moving average. This is a 90-day daily candlestick chart in the S&P. Look, however, at the divergence. That's the S&P, and this is the NASDAQ composite. What do you notice in comparing those two market indices? I was teaching my traders in my Breakout Mastery Roundtable last night how to trade this. I don't have time to do that for you guys here, nor do I choose to. That's for my paid customers only. But I will tell you that it's important to pay attention to the divergence in the S&P and the NASDAQ composite for the week ahead, because the S&P's weakness can be a lead indicator for potential broad market weakness as well. So make sure that if you are trading to the long side, you give preference to markets that have the strongest underlying patterns and the sectors within the markets that are doing best. Now let's take a look at some of our charts. Let's start off from last week's biggest winners. In Vegas, we say winner, winner, chicken dinner. In trading, we say show me the money. So on the count of 3, everybody out there say show me the money. Make some money. Yeah, make this large. Okay, I told you guys to go long, paper trading only for demo use only, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, had you bought, I told you last Saturday, long in CBI. That was one of my biggest winners. It ran from 67 to 70. So if you took that paper trade, you're in the money by over 3 points. Congratulations. Another winner from last week, WLL. I like to feature my biggest and best winners so you can see just how good trading the week ahead is. Anyway, you can see WLL. I told you guys to go long on new highs above that Friday high, and that ran on up from 60 to 65, a 5-point run. Keep an eye on that one next week too. Last but not least, on the cheap stock front, MHR. I told those of you who trade these cheap instruments, new highs above that Friday high. How far did that go? Well, from 6 1/4 up to 7 1/4. So that's almost, what, 70, 80 cents. So for a $6 stock, pretty good. Nice continuation breakout. Keep that one on the radar for the week ahead as well. MHR, the ticker. I have no idea what that company is. I'm a trader. How many of you, show of hands, remember back in the 90s? I'm one of the original dot-com day traders. They got copied by a lot of competitors who borrowed my university concept and the rest of it. I'm the original. Anyway, how many of you remember back when Greenspan was said, those pesky day traders, or something to that effect, they just trade mystic symbols? Well, I'm one of those. I'm aware of sector membership, but I trade breakouts. I like to specialize in at least trading millions of dollars worth of stocks and ETFs, Forex, and E-minis. I trade in the upper right side of the chart. That's where I play. That's how I dance. Okay, let's see what's going on with our swing trading charts, guys. First up, BX. No BS in this one. BX is a nice cut breakout continuation. I want you to keep an eye on BX, the ticker. It has a cut breakout. What I like about it, and if you check Friday's price action, you can see this one did a lift up out of the closing range, right? One of the things I was teaching my traders last night too is how to trade out of closing range breakouts. Okay, opening range breakouts are all well and fine, but for swing traders, you need a little bit more, and you need to learn how to trade outside of closing ranges in addition to opening ranges. So I teach traders how to do that in my premium events. Anyway, BX really good yesterday, so we'll see if that's able to take off to new highs in the week ahead as well. Number 2. Facebook, one I've been calling long for the longest time, continues to be of interest. Didn't do much last week, though, right? It went in a narrow sideways consolidation area, kind of a pullback here. Like, wake me if it gets over 52, okay? But that's the hard line resistance in Facebook. Definitely of interest, more for intraday trading lately than swing trades. But if we do take out new highs in Facebook, I want you to keep an eye on that one the week ahead as well. Number 3. The NYSE, the stock exchange, has a stock that's running on up to new highs. NYX, the ticker, and you can see I send them a check every month. Anyway, NYX, the ticker, you can see a bullish cut breakout continuation in NYX from 42.6 up to 44.25. So a nice run up. What I like in this one, especially strong opening range in Friday's price action. We went 43 and a dime up to 44. As you guys know, we like to sell into whole number resistance areas for day trades. For swing trades, we want to keep it on the radar if it takes out, say, 44.5 on the week ahead. So NYX, that is number 3 on the swing trading stocks. Now, for those of you who are new to working with me, welcome aboard. We also cover day trading stocks, gaps, E-minis, Forex, and much more in these morning events. So we've got a lot coming up here. Stay tuned for more. Next up, SN, the ticker. Why I like this one is we had such a strong breakout in the earlier week. It went into a sideways inverse head and shoulder. You may have seen my article featured at equities.com on inverse head and shoulder breakouts. This is one of those critters, and you can see this puppy took off to new highs just over 29 in Friday's price action. Minor gaps continue most of the time. For those of you who are smart enough to be in my How to Trade Gaps training, you know, did you take this one? I hope you guys did. Ran up from 27.6 to over 29. Minor gap continuations are my signature plays, what I've done millions worth in my own trading entries and exits, and that's what I encourage you guys to do, is look for minor gaps that continue on up as the best single odds play out there for swing or day trades. Anyway, keep it on the radar if it breaks new highs next week. Solar's been strong. Solar's been hot lately. Hey, let's booyah this. Okay, anyway, solar's been strong lately. We see a inverse head and shoulders pattern, took out to new highs. Kind of choppy, not as strong as some of the other charts, but still worth taking a look at if it takes out new highs over 29.5 in the week ahead. Yeah, show me the money, Rick. I appreciate that. Yeah, so you can see SPWR, this one a little choppier. Now, as a professional trader would tell you, I'm telling you guys, one of the things you want to do is trade some of the stronger the charts that have cleaner chart patterns, or the ones that have less chop. So, for example, BX, do you see? Look at it like you're at an eye doctor. I've got a 7 3/4 diopter correction. Not quite blind as a bat, but getting there. Anyway, look how clean the chart pattern price action is in BX. BX, the ticker. Compare that with SPWR. That's SunPower. Choppier range. Still good for a swing, but you have to play it a little bit looser because of the inherent volatility of that instrument. So it's always better to just trade the cleanest, widest chart patterns And if you're looking at your candlestick charts, one of the things you want to look for are these wide range candles following narrow range days, right? It's one of the recurring topics I teach traders in my ongoing premium events is how to do that, but I will give away to all the hundreds of you here today just a quick tip that look for compression candles, wide range momentum candle, usually what we call an expansion candle, a contraction, a melted or flat candle, and then a resumption of the trend. And you often see that, for example, in, what was it, Cree was a really good example of that pattern. Everybody see this? And this is a rider downer. This was one that I nailed long. I sent you guys a screen cap in the email of CREE, 6 wins in a row, or 6 longs in a row for CREE on breakouts and Wednesday for the live trading the open room. And I told everybody for swing trade we want to stand clear the next day because it was likely to be a flat day. And sure enough, you see a doji, some uncertainty after that big run up. It's wondering, well, second thoughts. Do we really want to run this thing up 7 points? And yeah, we did. We ran it up another 6 points after that, or 5 points after that. Anyway, so you have a expansion, a wide range expansion candle, then a compression candle, then often another expansion candle. So look for that as a key trading pattern for professional entries and exits in the week ahead. Cree, absolutely worth keeping on the radar as well. All right, now let's move on to day trades. Next up, and thanks to I get all the comments from traders saying that my free events are better than most people's paid events. Yeah, you're right. I'm a professional. A lot of those people, whether or not they're charging for this stuff, are amateurs. They're not even real traders. They can't even prove, with screen caps that they're real traders like I do. How many people out there in the trading industry even show proof P&Ls from real trades they did? If they can't show you they're real traders, they're BS con artist salesmen who are trying to sell overpriced crap. Vendors hate me, traders love me. I'm a real trader. I'm one of you guys, okay? Turn the corner and teaching you guys how I do it, at least on small size. The reason I'm still a vendor is it's kind of my constraint is I'm not comfortable trading or leveraging up into 5,000 and 10,000 share trades. So I leverage my knowledge by teaching thousands of traders how to at least trade with small conservative size. So that's where my specialty is in breakouts. Anyways, what's good for day trades? Well, Allstate looks like it's all up on Friday's markets. You can see a closing range engulfment breakout. And it's one of the patterns I teach my traders in trading open. Anyway, you can see this thing around 51 to 52 and change. So it's a really good breakout continuation. The length of this run is especially attractive to me as a trader, just like long legs on a woman. Oops, I shouldn't say that. Politically correct. Who cares? Anyway, look at charts. You want long-legged charts. You want things that have nice wide-range breakouts like this that run sharply in a single directional play. You don't want stubby, choppy charts. You want to trade things. And again, this is a wide-range day, so Monday is likely to be what? A compression day. But Tuesday likely to be a good play in Allstate. So keep an eye on that one. Always think ahead. Next up, Catamaran, CTRX, the ticker, another nice wide-range mover in Friday's markets. What's the low? 45. What's the high? 47. Remember, 2 points. You want 2 points of range. Put that in camera here. 2 points of range. This is only the third or fourth time I've ever done a live webcast. Am I doing okay so far, guys? I've trained over 31,000 people back in my corporate training career, so face-to-face in front of hundreds of people and audiences I can do. In a little tiny itty-bitty webcam, it takes a little bit of adjustment, but hopefully I'm doing okay. What do you guys think? Anyway, oh, thanks. I appreciate that. Hey, Ed, Mike, John, Jerry, appreciate it. Anyway, a 2-point range in CTRX, so that one's likely good for day trading because of this nice wide range. Remember, as a day trader, professional day trader, we don't want small compressed ranges on cheap charts. Never day trade stuff under 20 bucks a share. Only morons do that. Professional traders, we're looking at stuff between 30 and 70 a share. Don't trade stupid things like Priceline. I don't know about you, but I ain't going to spend $1,000 a share. I see morons out there telling people to trade Priceline. You're going to get killed. Don't do that. Okay? I just tell you, I'm a real trader. Don't trade that kind of crap. What you want to trade is whether it's Allstate or semiconductor runners like Symantec or KLA10 Core, any of the classic day trading charts. But right now, what I'm seeing is strength in Allstate, ALL, and CTRX. Those are really good Friday charts. So keep an eye on those. Again, Monday is likely not to be a big day, but Tuesday, Wednesday may well get some breakouts to work with. So those are things to sink your teeth into for the week ahead as well. Speaking of breakouts, I put together a new offer for you guys. Got to keep the lights on around here, so got to do a little business. Now to our first commercial message. It'll be mercifully brief. I've got a sale on. I just put this together this morning for you guys at Breakout Mastery for the year ahead. You say 500 off. It's my Halloween Oktoberfest. Kind of mixed metaphors there. Should I have the Oktoberfest with the beer and the German drinking girls type thing, or should I do the Halloween with the witches and the brooms? I don't know. I'm kind of inclined toward the beer and the beer maids. But anyway, Oktoberfest Breakout Mastery is my one-year coaching program. You can see me here talking to you. Hundreds and hundreds of traders go through my systems here. You get 1 year of monthly webinars plus 4 bonus ones, like the one I did last night, which, by the way, is in the members area for my Breakout Mastery traders at breakoutinsiders.com. Anyway, you get to work with me for an entire year of monthly webinars. These are held it's the third Wednesday night of each month. And I've got the dates. I need to update the site. Those are the dates coming up in 2013 and 2014. We also do, once every 3 months, we'll do a kind of state of breakouts, the breakout roundtable session. So if you're not yet a member, I've got a special going on till end of October. This is for breakout, swing, and day traders. Okay, so Breakout Mastery, one of my core training courses, and you're certainly welcome to take a second look at that. For those of you who are returning, if you were a member of Breakout Mastery earlier, I do have renewal specials, so contact me via support ticket for those as well. All right, let's move on, guys. We got a lot of ground to cover. Hertz is one of our gap charts from last week. Hasn't moved up yet. I told you guys to keep an eye on it down here. It's moved up a bit since then, but Hertz did a kind of a major gap fill, but minor move up since then, from 26 down to just over 23. What I like about Hertz is that over a 3-day basis, it is in a net uptrend, so keep an eye on that one over 23.50. I'd rather just short it at new lows, big picture, okay, for long-term swings, but we might get a flip into the range next week, so keep an eye on Hertz. The other one that I like better is Now. Pay attention to this right now. NOW, look at that, a minor gap continuation. And again, for all of my howtotradegaps.com members, those of you who are taking the course right now, these are the type of charts that we are teaching you how to trade, right? Well, look for these minor gap continuation plays every single time you trade equities and ETFs. You can see NOW, really good breakout continuation in Friday's market. So keep an eye on that one for the week ahead as well. I'm going to run over a little bit today because I have so much to cover. For the sub $20 instruments, here's the first one, KOG. You can see nice run up. This is, for those of you who like trading the less expensive instruments, you have to be much more selective than the vendors out there would have you believe. You have to trade nice, long, continuous trend runs on high volume. Never trade things under 20 bucks a share that do, under, 400,000 or 500,000 shares a day at minimum. I like at least 1 million shares a day and over $20 a share instrument. But if you trade the cheap ones, KOG, that's one that's moved up nicely, at least almost 2 points here lately. And the trend is great. The other one that I like is PVA. And you can see in yesterday's price action, this thing ran from 6.7 up to 7.40. So reasonably good 70-cent run. So for cheap stocks, that one, the saving grace is the volume. Look at that volume on a new high pop breakout. So that's good. PVA for the cheaper stock traders. That's one that's good as well. For ETFs, and before I move to ETFs, let me cover one more thing. Just to mention my live trading the room, tradingtheopen.com room. If you're not yet a member of that, you can take a look at the videos or all the hundreds of comments. I think there's over 200 comments. Lots and lots of comments from traders and testimonials and all the rest of that kind of stuff. Take a look at tradingtheopen.com. I've ran this since 2000 or 2001, on and off. I took 8 years off, but back for 2013. Lots of traders on board with that. It's really popular this year. So if you're not yet a member of Trading the Open, give that some thought. You can take a look at example from just Tuesday, right? October 1st, yeah, from Tuesday. You can see how well and also exactly how the room works. Excuse me, occupational hazard with all the broadcasting I do live to so many thousands of traders. Sometimes the voice gets a little thin. Anyway, take a look at that video, and that'll give you a really good example of not only the professionalism and success rate of my alerts, but the quality of training. Yeah, I can't believe some people run a live room and they don't even have charts. I mean, how the heck, or tape. I mean, how can you trade blind like that? They just have text all over the place. How in the world could you actually learn how to trade from somebody that's not even can't prove that they trade, number one, and number two, their live room just has a bunch of text. Morons. Anyway, what you guys want to do is the competitors, I like to poke fun at the competitors. They can try, but they can't beat us, right? We're the best. Anyway, Day Trading University. Let's see what else is out there for you guys. ETFs. EEM. I like the fact most of the ETFs are really choppy right now. If you look at your spiders and your Qs, I got your ETFs for you, baby. Look at that. Spiders are going choppy in the gutter. They're going nowhere fast. I wouldn't be trading those. I'm not trading the spiders. The Qs also choppy, going nowhere fast. So you got to cherry pick what is moving in spite of a choppy market. That's how professional traders, that's how mechanic works the market. So I want you guys to focus on this. Minor gaps continue most of the time. Anyway, you can see this thing ran up 4 points from 41 up to 42. That's not blowing my hair back, but we do have a 4-point run in EEM. So that's a nice inside range trend. So keep an eye on that one. That might take out new highs coming up. What I like better is FAZ at new highs if the market sells off, right? Of all the bear or inverse ETFs, FAZ is really good. You can see it's congesting here lately, but one of the things I like on the candlestick chart is it's piercing, or it's breaking out right above the 50 moving average line. It's not there, it's not holding that yet, but if we do break over the 50 MA, the key inflection point is FAZ over 31. If FAZ is able to take out, say, 31.5 and continue to new highs, which it will if the market sells off, that's going to be your play of the month, play of the week. So anyway, see if that one takes off new highs on market weakness. And I'm trading FAZ. I'll add to it if it takes out new highs as well. All right, what else is going on here? Let's move on to our E-minis. So many charts. So many charts, so little time. Okay, for my E-mini traders, this is a 3-day, 15-minute. When I'm day trading the minis, I'm always using my 1-minute chart, right? The 1-minute advanced chart. But for these week ahead major support resistance levels to use as a day trader in your E-mini charts, and I run eminiuniversity.com. I'm a professional. Let's take a look at 16 resistance levels for E-mini traders, and then we'll do Forex next. 2 E-mini breakout triggers, 1688.75. So just 3 ticks over that 1688. The next one, I'm going to hit it 4 handles up from there, 1692.75. So we're in an up and down kind of congested market right now, so we want to be cautious. 1688.75, just 3 ticks over this resistance. It's going to be your first breakout trigger, secondary trigger up at 1692.75. On the sell side, I want you to hit at 1677.25. That's right under. The reason for that is, see that opening range bear cup? We want to go short here on this day. Again, these often deploy day over day, so you want to be able to use these. 1677.25 is going to be first short trigger. Second short trigger, I want you to use, it's 7 ticks there, 7 handles down at 1666.25, which is right here. And the reason for that is I wanted to lose that 1669 support by at least a couple of points. So I'm using 1666.25 as support trigger for sell number 2 in the E-mini. So for my E-mini traders, that's another market to look at. Oh, and by the way, too, I would be remiss if I did not bring to your attention, this one's very popular too. I wanted to thank everybody too. I'm migrating all the sites to faster servers. I've been doing that the last week or two. So Day Trading University, Trade Mastery, Swing Trading University, Stock Trading Success, and Forex Live Profits are all on the faster server, and those sites all load much faster. We're in the process of migrating our other sites over to much faster servers as the business grows. And thank you too for all of the everybody's been buying on my courses. It's been a very successful banner year despite a slow economy. Traders are coming to me in legions. I inherit my competitors, former traders, because you guys recognize the difference, right? I'm a real trader. You can see the quality and professionalism and intelligence and competency of what I do for you compared to these people out there in the trading industry, which I don't deal with for the most part because most of those people aren't worth working with. I am, and so thank you for being here. Anyway, E-mini Inferno, kind of a cool header here. If you're an E-mini trader or interested in learning about it, I've got a live room day coming up Friday, November 15th. And it's a 3 DVD series that you can get. So that's something you can order too. If you are interested in the E-minis, that's my signature flagship course at eminiuniversity.com. Redirects over here to E-mini Inferno. So that's a course that you might want to look at. Now let's take a look at our Forex charts. What's going on with those wild currency traders? Well, interestingly enough, what I'm finding now is we have relative divergence. We don't have a lot of correlated moves in the currency markets right now. And that's a direct impact of the fluctuations in the broad market and in our capital trading markets, and also in gold and commodities like oil. We've got a relatively choppy time right now. The markets are relatively uncertain. So with that, you see divergence in the S&P and the NASDAQ composite and our sectors. You also see divergence in our currency pairs. So you really need to know how to trade these with a fine-tooth comb, really trade these correctly. Well, of the pairs out there, the three that I like best, the Euro-CAD #1, you see a potential pivot here, but it's been in a relatively strong uptrend the last week or two. So the Euro-CAD is one to keep on the radar for the week ahead. The next one is our dollar Swiss. And I like the fact that we had this big momentum lift. We don't have any big, strong 12-day or 15-day continuation breakouts in any of the currency charts. They're all relatively choppy right now, so be cautious and trade lighter size. So what you need to do as a breakout trader is look for recent activity that institutional traders are tipping their hand, or they're trading heavily, supply and demand imbalance, and you've got these big range moves either above previous resistance areas like here, or fading back down in range for scalps on the short side. The main thing is look for these large, at least 1.5 average true range or 1.5 ATR moves. So, and this is applicable for stock traders too. Look for greater than 1.5, which tells you there's a signal out there. Look for greater than 1.5 average true range. And to estimate what a true range is, look at how wide the candle is, and if you see, say, a bullish engulfment, or you see a candle of, say, this tall, you're looking for something at least 1.5 height, 1.5 that height on a daily candlestick chart to tell you that there's some kind of buying pressure or selling pressure coming into that instrument. So make sure that you are giving preference to very carefully, selectively, trading the very strongest of what's out there only. And the last one is our cable. British pound to the US dollar, you can see is a parabolic arc here with the large bear cup testing previous support. That one's worth keeping on the radar for either a bounce or preferably continuation breakdown short. The ADX is up well over 30, and that gave us the heads up that that was likely to be a strong mover. So keep an eye on the cable, the British pound to the US dollar, for my currency traders as well. And just a reminder again, if you're not yet in Forex Live Profits, it's my only seminar this entire year. It's the first seminar I've done in 3 years. Yeah, the first live event I've done, live seminar I've done in over 3 years, coming at you live at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas. So make sure that you register for that one. And again, even if you're not a Forex trader, we've got a good turnout for this. A lot of people on board. If you have not yet registered for this, register sometime this month, because the price goes up again on October 31st. That's kind of the magic date. So you always get better airfare, better air rates, and also this is the 2 days before I'm speaking at the live the Money Show Traders Expo live at Caesar's Palace. I'm speaking there on Friday, November 22nd. So you might want to come in and make a week of it. Come and see me and Peter at this Forex Live Profits event for Tuesday and Wednesday. Then the Money Show, the main big first day, is going to be that Thursday after this, and Friday, during which I'm speaking. And I think it's still open Saturday too. So you might want to come out for Tuesday, Wednesday, and then do the Money Show Thursday, Friday. Make 4 days out of it. So anyway, come and see Peter and I at Forex Live Profits. I'd really like to see you there. It's a really good session. We're gonna, we're working very hard, as you can tell on the website. It's going to be a world-class Forex event, and we're going to have a lot of people there. Interactive activities, not just us talking, coaching, trader hot seats, Q&A, quiz charts, a lot of things to help take your trading up to the next level. So anyway, to use a phrase that's probably been used a lot. But anyway, Forex Live Profits, you got my word, that's a good session. Breakout Mastery / October. If you are, especially for stock traders, that one's good. For E-mini traders, E-mini Inferno. That's my E-mini course from eminiuniversity.com. And again, learn from me, a real trader. And by the way, here is a quick, I bring this one up a lot because I want you to, I can slice and dice it for my PowerPoint slides, but this is the whole thing is, you can see, this is a day in which I made $660 kind of the hard way. Most of these were selling overnight swing trades. And I made winning trade percentages only say 30% or so. These are all stops, all the red, but look how small the stops are. This is $1 commissions. So my message to you is that your goal is to make money even if you're right only 20–30% of the time. Most professional traders, that's exactly how we do it. You know, you're looking at taking a lot of shots at the market. You throw a lot of darts out there and expect that most of them aren't going to work. You can take itty-bitty stops on a lot of the shots that you take. That's how professional traders do this. That's how we make the money work out. That's how the dollars work out. But you scale in, as my colleague Van Tharp would say, position sizing. I get excited about this because it's the right way to trade. Use position sizing or adding to winning trades. I've had competitors now start to copy that too, but the point is you get in the money on a handful of trades and then scale in on those continuously. Only learn this from people like myself who actually demonstrate it with real P&Ls, not people who copy me out there in industry who talk about it. They talk the talk, but they don't walk the walk. Anyway, I'm real big on that too. There's no transparency in the industry. You know, I wish there was. I wish that the SEC, the CFTC, the FTC, whoever would require trading educators to show Schedule Ds or at least proof that they're real traders. Right now, any laid-off fast food worker can become the world's next Forex guru. And probably many are. You got to demand proof that people are actually what they say they are. Just because somebody has a fancy website doesn't make them a real trader. A lot of people talk about charts, but they're not even real traders. They're phonies. You have my word on that. I talk with a lot of the people who approach me. They want me to do webinars with them because I have so many. You've got what, 2,350, okay, still 2,353 of you guys registered. It's really important that you spread the word out there. Even if you're taking small wins or small stops or whatever, make sure that you're learning from people that are real traders. Most of the people in the industry are not. You have my word on that. Because I asked them, okay, who do you use as your CPA? I use Bob Green and it's a Green company, the tax guys. They're really good for trader taxes. But they don't even do that because they're not even real traders, right? Or say, hey, were you guys trading MGM or Netflix last week? And well, let's see how much money we can monetize with our new launch, and I can give you big commissions, blah, blah, blah. They're just marketers. They're not traders. You guys have been lied to. Most of the trading industry is con artists. They're not even real traders. Up over here, and the 15-day chart here. Hey, one thing I'm going to do, and this is for my live room members. I always post these bonus, there's 5 of these things I post each week, these what I call cash charts. Let's put this over here, put that down there. That's chart number 1. I'm sorry, that one's really good. That's not on my list. That one, by the way, relatively cheap. This is our cash chart number 1. And these are 5. I'm just adding this to the presentation today. I do this each week for my Trading the Open live room members. These are 5 really good charts that I add in addition to what I kind of a bonus that I add for all of my live room members. The tickers are in the members area right now, so you guys can see these. This is cash chart number 2. And see, this thing ran from 29 to 35. Its identity is only for my paid members, so that one's in the members area of tradingtheopen.com. So make sure that you log in there. And if you're not a member, go ahead and join. Anyway, that's chart number 2. Chart number 3 is this one. I really feel strongly about that real trading thing because, you know, if you're a person of authenticity and integrity and honesty, and you then look at the trading industry as a whole, it's just a bunch of salesmen. It's a bunch of con artists, a bunch of people that aren't authentic and don't even trade. So I really don't like that industry. Yeah, I mean, I don't like the people in that industry. That's why the vendors hate me, because I don't play ball. I don't send out email blasts for their launches of their latest $2,000 BS software program or whatever. Don't go there. Only learn from people who are real traders. You have my word. That's extremely important. You wouldn't go to a doctor that doesn't have their credentials and prove it. You wouldn't trust your life to somebody. You shouldn't trust your financial life to trading educators that can't prove they're even real traders. If they're not the real deal, you know, they talk the talk. If they can't walk the walk and show P&L proof, then don't trust them. That's really important. Save your money. You know, go to their free webinars and see if they're teaching you anything of value like I do. And be a picky person. Anyway, This one is what I call a recent breakout or an acceleration ramp breakout. In my breakout mastery training, I teach traders how to do this. We have a narrow range that's followed by a sharp range. We have a narrow range break followed by a minor gap continuation, sharp angle breakout all the way up to 42 here. So this thing ran 35 to 42, a 7-point runner. How much could you have made if you traded this anywhere on the way up? So that's a good one. That's chart number 4. And actually, that's chart number 5. So as we look for these, you know, everybody's talking about Facebook. And while that's a good chart, there are many better charts out there. There's superior charts with better volatility out there. So parking all these charts here where we can see them. And so what I want you to do as a trader is give preference to the strongest of the instruments out there. Now, what else do I have? I guess that's it. Here's me in Waikiki saying aloha. I'll see you guys later. I mean, I'm here in Colorado Springs now, but anyway, it's a picture from when I was on vacation in Hawaii. I'll see you guys in our next week's session, and thank you for being here. Any questions, let me know. In terms of trader resources, oh yeah, by the way, Swing Trading University, I just started that, and I will be building that out. There's not much there yet. I'm going to build my sites from the outside in, so I put together the menu. I figure out what needs to be in there. I've done a lot of work on the back end, so there's a forum there right now too you can register for and start posting if you want. I moderate all comments and usernames, so don't register with a commercial sounding username or post anything that has URLs of other things, or else it'll never see the light of day, because I see all that stuff, and I will block the IP address of anyone that does that for life. So you know, don't F it up. But anyway, Swing Trading University, here's the Swing Trading discussion forum. We've got a lot coming up for that site. I'm building out not only a membership area with the free course, and we'll have downloadable videos and the rest of it, but this is a very good WordPress-based content management site with a membership back into it. So it's got a lot of things. I'll be putting in a new video here, and that's something else to look at as a resource coming up that I'm developing for you guys. The reason I put this together was because of everything 301 of you told me in the survey that I did just a few weeks ago. You all said that things like low-priced economical swing trading resources would be helpful. So, of course, my competitors are they're scribbling that down, but they can't prove they trade with real trade, so I still got them smoked. Ha! Tell my competitors, bring it, you know. Like I say when I go all in at poker, I say bring it. Anyway, Swing Trading University coming up. Keep an eye on that. I'll be putting a lot of work into this over the year. Trade Mastery, by the way, loads a lot faster. That's my other content portal site that I'm in the process of building out. Kind of put that on hiatus as I built out all my other sites, but that one's coming back as well with additional resources. So trademastery.com and Swing Trading University. Also exciting new features on the horizon. I've got the webinar schedule. It's in both Trade Mastery and here, and we've got our schedule of upcoming webinars, and that's updated all the time too at Swing Trading University. So another resource for you guys. If you're into live day trading, especially live day trading stocks, compare my alerts with anyone else's in the industry, please. I always issue a live trading challenge to anybody. No one else has taken me up on this ever. You know, at the traders expos and everything, no one will trade against me. They won't, because they know I'll smoke them. I'm that good. I've had hundreds of people come to my. It's a much stronger underlying market than the S&P, right? But anyway, if we look at our S&P, I would use 1706. Be skeptical 1700. Be uber skeptical at 1700. Likely to be a false breakout. And so use 6 as kind of a safety buffer, threshold criteria. So I'd use 1706. See, to go long this market. Because of the strength of that uptrend, when it does catch fire, it's likely to get relatively strong moves. So I would play it a little more aggressively than waiting for 1730. I would go 1708 and 1720. Those would be the two. Hesitant long because that's testing previous resistance. That would be the best and first breakout trigger would be a 1706, 1708, somewhere right there. First short trigger, I would use a loss of the 100 MA. I would be a little conservative on a short here because every time it's sold down, it's gotten support at that 100 moving average line. So because of that in the S&P, I'd wait for 1655 for S1, and I'd use 1630 as S2. Yeah, those are the correct triggers for that. So 1655 and 1630, S1 and S2 for the S&P. R1 is 1706. It's just a 1 point up over the 1705. And 1720, that's the worst of the 4 alerts, or the 4 trigger points would be that one. And obviously, if it takes out new highs, we're off to the races. But play it conservative in the S&P. Yeah, the watchword for next week is play low size, fast entries and exits. Be much more conservative, much more targeted, much more tactical rather than strategic in next week's trading because of the uncertainty of the market. Right? I mean, take a look at the chart. That's a go nowhere chart. You have to cherry pick out the best of the instruments that are moving in spite of that, like CREE is my top pick for last week, and I told everybody in my live trading room this is good for swing and day trade starting Wednesday, and I nailed it. I even showed you the video, or Tuesday I should say. I even have the video on the website of those calls as proof. You can see how well they work. So I'm a big fan of transparency and openness and honesty in this industry, so that's why I'm trying to raise the bar of professionalism. For my corporate training background, these trading vendors wouldn't even been here for an hour. I hope this has been useful. Thanks to all the 2,300 of you for registering. It's been an honor, and let's see any other questions. From Terry, hey Terry, how you doing? Do I trade breakouts like Krispy Kreme? Remember when there wasn't any short shares available to save your life in Krispy Kreme back in its bubble? Yeah, that looks good. Krispy will play on swing trading breakouts. Again, not a trade recommendation, but personally, I'd be okay buying it at 23.30, 24.30. Yeah, that one looks good. I usually don't have time for charts of your choice, but that one's actually good enough to merit inclusion in my, put it back in my list. So thanks, Terry. That was a good one. Yeah. That one moved up sharply. Not for day trading, I don't think. Let's take a look at the day trade. Actually, that one's good. That'll play for day trades too. It's unusual right now. Another divergent point that I covered in my live trading room is that a lot of these stocks in a strong rally market, good day trading stocks also can morph into or make good swing trading stocks. You never turn a losing day trade into a swing trade. You always take small stops in day trades. Rule number 1 as a day trader. But in a rally market, typically instruments that are good for intraday trades are also good for swing trades. In this market, not so much. A lot more divergence. You have to be a lot more careful. This is a rare example of one that is good for both. So hey, thanks, man. Terry gets a round of applause. That's the chart of the week, man. That's a good one. 21.25 to 22.8. That's 1.6. I'd trade that, sure. In fact, I probably will trade that next week. That's a good chart. So thanks, man. I always like when traders can potentially put money in my pocket too, as in addition to me helping you guys. I get some of my best trading ideas from my traders, like Mike. Mike S. always posts great alerts. Thank you, Mike, very much in the live room every single day, and others like Tim and Ray and others. So thanks, guys. That's a good one. Let me get out of here. I got my family to spend some time with. Chart Scans is my alert service. If you can't be in front of the live markets in the mornings, or if you just want stock alerts only, kind of thing, you can do the Chart Scan service. That's popular. I've had thousands of people in that over the years too. Chartscans.com is my alert service. The live room, of course, the reason I started Chart Scans back in 2005 when I stopped running the live room, and it was so that I could still be there with some kind of alerts, though not real time, but at least before the market opens, a handful of alerts for people to learn from in lieu of or in place of a live room, since I stopped running the room in 2005. Here in 2013, I brought the live room back. I'm also running Chart Scans. It's more economical in the live room, but you don't get live training or live coaching or live updates for alerts or anything like that. So the live room's much better, but Chart Scan's also good if you just want, daily alerts to look at. So that's another good service that you might want to try out. So yeah, thanks. Hey, from Alex, what's the best entry pattern for Forex? I always like, at least in my own Forex trades, the reason I traded the Aussie dollar. You play poker, the Australian poker players always go Aussie when they win. I don't know if they do that in soccer too. America is the only big country in the world that doesn't watch soccer. What's up with that? When I was in LA, when I was at UCLA, I went down to the Forum, and me and my girlfriend at the time, Maggie, we'd always go to watch the LA Lasers game, and they had some the Laser Girls was great. They were beautiful cheerleaders. I think there were also Laker girls, but they became Laser Girls. I don't know. Anyway, lasers anyway in America we don't watch soccer much. I like soccer; that was fun. And so in Australia is why I was saying that Australia soccer is really big too. But anyway, in the forex charts,